is using GuideStar Premium to prospect. We have the ability, or we offer the ability to buy an individual GuideStar Premium report on a specific nonprofit for $125. And the information in that report gives you about 5 years worth of information. And it's very, very useful for these purposes. But what you don't get with a GuideStar Premium pay-as-you-go report is the tools that will help you work more efficiently, do your research more efficiently, and qualify organizations more efficiently. First, it's going to help you find the organizations and then separate the wheat from the chaff. And to do that, you really need a GuideStar Premium subscription. If you want more information on the difference between GuideStar Premium subscriptions and pay-as-you-go, you can click on Products, as I just did. You can go to the right and click GuideStar Premium. We have a small comparison box, sort of the highlights here. The second to the last row will allow you to get information on the individual products, the pay-as-you-go versus the premium subscriptions, and we do offer enterprise solutions. And there's a comparison page, which goes more in depth so that you can see. So in this case, though, I'm focusing on GuideStar Premium subscriptions, the functionality you get with a subscription, and you can get either a monthly or an annual subscription. And for this demo, I'm going to adopt the persona of someone who sells medical equipment, and my territory is California. And the medical equipment is fairly high ticket, fairly pricey. So for my search, I'm looking for hospitals because I don't think that this is something that individual doctors' offices are going to pick up, except for maybe in like Beverly Hills or something. So I'm going to go to Advanced Search, and you can get to Advanced Search from almost any page on our site from this blue bar, or if you're on our home page, you can get to it. It's to the right above the nonprofit search bar, Advanced Search. And with Advanced Search, with a GuideStar Premium subscription, you get the most fields that we have available to tailor your search. So for this exercise or this demo, I'm going to pick California because that's my territory. I also have the option, if I was looking at a specific metropolitan statistical area, to pick a specific metropolitan statistical area. And I have the option of picking more than one state by holding down the Control key and clicking whatever I want. In this case, however, I really do just want California. And I'm picking California because they have the most nonprofits, and so there's some really good examples. I'm scrolling down. At this point, I don't really care about affiliation type for this exercise. I definitely want hospitals, so I'm going to go into the categories, and I'm going to pick healthcare facilities and programs. Now, you also have the option of picking NTEE code, National Taxonomy Exempt Entities Code, which are codes developed by the National Center for Charitable Statistics at the Urban Institute to classify nonprofits according to their mission. And I just clicked on this little click here link for NTE codes. I could instead use an NTE code to focus my search. But when I get into health, hospitals fall under health and general rehabilitative, which is E. When I get in here, I see that there are different types of hospital facilities, and frankly, I don't want to deal with that. I want as broad a universe as I can get within the hospital field, and that's why I'm using categories today, but there's no reason why you can't use NTE code instead. It just depends on what your search is. Right now, I want to know kind of the universe that I'm looking at in California, so I'm not going to do anything with income. And so I click search, and I get my results. And I have 4,149 results in California, you can see, and it's falling under healthcare facilities and programs. People who know me will tell you I'm thorough. I'm not this thorough. So I want to focus how I look at these search results. So I'm going to go down to sort by results, or sort results by, and in this case, I think I'm going to pick income from high to low. And I do that, And so now I'm going to start, just to make sure that I'm in the right place, that I've got the kind of information I want, I'm going to start scrolling down. And as I go through here, the first thing I notice is that I've got a 501c4 civic league and welfare organization. And the reason I looked at that, and I should have said the first thing I noticed, was I have Delta Dental of California. Now, it just happens that I, Suzanne Kaufman, have my dental insurance through Delta Dental of California. And or not California, I know it's Delta Dental, and I'm pretty sure that that's not what I want to do for the purposes of finding places to sell medical equipment. And I look at it and I see that, yeah, it's a 501c4 civic league and social welfare organization. Whereas the places I am interested in, the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, the Stanford Hospital and Clinic, scroll on down, Memorial Health, no, not that's one, let me get another one, Sutter Bay West Hospitals, they all are public charities. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to refine my search. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add public charity to my criteria, because I want to make sure that I'm getting hospital facilities. And now I'm down to 3,700 results, or almost 3,800, which is still quite a few, but I'm feeling good about that. So I'm going to sort them again. And now I'm going to start looking at the individual organizations, or just scrolling through again. I'm not sure that I really want the Kaiser Health Plan. I know that Kaiser Permanente has all sorts of hospitals, but for now, I'm going to focus on the things I'm sure about. Or for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to focus on the things I'm sure about. So Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, that's definitely a hospital facility, and I'm going to save that organization. And close little save box, thank you. And I did that just by clicking the add to my saved organization, saved orgs below. Stanford Hospital and Clinics, I think I'll save that one too. That looks like a good candidate. And I could leave that little box there, but I find it annoying, so I'm just closing it after I do this. Going down, I think I'll look at Sutter West Bay Hospitals as well. Sutter East Bay Hospitals. I don't want to discriminate between the West and East Bay. The Loma Linda, Seventh-day Adventist Loma Linda University Medical Center. And the Fresno Community Medical Center. And I don't want to, now I don't want to be distracted by all that's going on. So now I just want to look at these organizations I've saved. I don't want to look at the rest of my result set for now. I'm happy with this search. Let me look for just a second. Let me close that silly box. Did I save this search? No, I didn't. So before I look at these specific organizations, I do want to save my search criteria because I'm happy with the results so far. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click Save. In the Save, this is the GuideStar Premium Toolbox, and it gives you access from the search results or from individual GuideStar Premium reports to the kind of the most important tools for managing your data or managing your GuideStar Premium experience. So I'm going to click Saved Searches. I have to give it a name, so I'm going to pick largest, oh gee, I've done this before, largest California medical facilities, and I'm going to save it. Now I can actually get to this search from here, or if I am on another page on our site and I go here, I could do it from my account, which I'm not going to do right now because I don't want to distract us, but I'll show you how to use that a little later in this demo. So now I've got saved organizations that I want to look at, and I can access them from here. Or I could access them from under one of the links underneath an organization I've added to it, like View Saved Organizations. Or I could access them from that annoying little box that showed up that I kept closing. It's actually not an annoying little box. It's a very helpful little box. It was just in my way. So here are my 6 organizations. I'm still getting used to the way GuideStar displays information at this point. So I'm going to go into an individual report. Here you can see, if you click on this data depth indicator, you will see what kind of information we have on the organization. And for these organizations, we have IRS Business Master File data, which is the basics, the name of the organization, the address, the type of tax-exempt organization is. We have Forms 990, but really we have more than that. If we have Forms 990, then we have digitized Forms 990 for these organizations, because these are large organizations, and I happen to know that they fall within our digitizing guidelines. And digitizing is what we do. We actually have contractors who hand key the information from the 990s, and we have a 99.9% accuracy rate. So I'm going to look at Cedars-Sinai organization. And the first thing is, since I am focusing on hospitals, the actual facilities, as my potential clients, I'm going to look at mission and impact. And I see that, yes, Cedars-Sinai provided acute care services to 47,605 patients. So, yeah, I am looking at a hospital facility that might be a candidate for the equipment my company makes and sells. I'm then, of course, going to look at financials. With GuideStar Premium subscription, I'm going to get access to all of the information that we have digitized, that GuideStar has digitized from the IRS Form 990s, the annual returns, for every return that we have digitized. And that can be good, obviously, for picking up trends in the organization's assets, its spending, its revenue. And so I'm going to scroll down. You can see that we have an overview for revenue and expenses, and then we have a balance sheet that gives you more details. And then I'm going to look at people. Am I going to have the information I need to approach someone, to give them my proposal? And again, I have got access to all of the information that GuideStar has digitized from the annual returns for Cedars-Sinai. And you'll see here, I'm probably not going to hit any of these people with a proposal. I probably want to start with someone who is influential and is a decision maker, but it's a little lower on the food chain. And here we go. If you look at highest paid employees and their compensation, we've got a chairman of neurosurgery. We have a vice chair and a chairman of Department of Surgery. We have the director of the Heart Institute. So those are good candidates. The other thing that I'm going to get with the individual report is the ability to print this report neat in a nice package. It's a printer-friendly report that is going to, when it shows up, there we are, allow you either to print a hard copy or to create a PDF that you can save electronically. If you want a quicker comparison, what you could do is you could create a comparison set. And to do that, I'm going to go back to my saved organizations. I could actually, from here, if I say, yes, I want to compare this organization to some of the others that in my results, I could hit add comparison set, and that's going to add the individual organization in whose report I'm looking at. But for this now, I'm going to go to my saved organizations. You can compare up to 4 organizations at a time or in one view. So I think I'm going to, and Loma Linda's not supposed to be there. I should have removed them, but apparently I didn't. So we're just going to pretend that I'm clicking on this link that would say, remove from saved. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I read the wrong link. I do want to add, it's add to comparison set. Yes, I want them in my saved organizations. And I'm going to add the Fresno Community Hospital and Medical Center. And since I can do 4, I'm going to add Sutter East Bay Hospitals. So I can either view them by clicking Compare Now, I can view them by clicking View Comparison Set, or if I'm on another page, I can go up here and I can hit Compare. And you're going to get your basic information. Obviously the organization's name, the financial information, all displayed, the key financial information, revenue and expenses, and you get their mission. And then down here, you get the people. And sometimes if the president or CEO is identified in a way that we can tell, yes, that really is the president or CEO, that you will find that information here. If the organization does have highest paid employees and salaries, you will definitely find that here. And again, for the purposes of this type of research, this actually the highest paid employees and salaries, those are the people I actually want to find. I was going to show you how to download a report. Well, I'll do that. We're running a little tight on time, but I think it could be useful. Let's say you decide that what you really want to do is, before you go deeper into reading about missions and programs, you'd really like to download information into a spreadsheet so that you can sort it and you're going to analyze the financials. You can do that. In this case, I'm going to go back to my saved searches. I'm going to call up my search results. And you can have more than one search. You could save all sorts of searches. You're allowed to download up to 5,000 records a month with GuideStar Premium. And they are preset fields, which you'll see in just a moment. I have to do this demo again, so I am going to use a couple of filters to limit my results set. Or actually, I can do it. I'm going to use the filters, but then I'm also going to, because I want to show you how to use them. Okay, I'll do by assets and by income. And obviously, I could do it by city. But then I'm actually going to go through now and just add some to my download queue. So I'm going to add Cedars-Sinai, and I'm going to see if I can ignore the little box and go down here and add my friends Sutter Bay West Hospitals to the download queue. Sutter East to the download queue, Loma Linda Medical Center. And again, I can now access my download queue from this box, or if I go up to the toolbox, I can do it from the download queue cell in the premium toolbox. Here are my organizations. And again, the reason I limited this is you can see I've already done 103 this month, and I have to do this demo again. I don't think I'll hit 5,000, but I might actually need to use this for my non-demo work this month. I'm going to select all of them because I want all of them to show up in my report. I'm going to download my queue. Now I have to give it a name. So just largest CA medical facilities, I think. It has to be a unique name within your download dashboard or for your download queue, but it'll be, so next time I do this, I'll probably have to call it largest CA medical facilities 2. You could select either a CSV file that's Excel compatible or a pipe delimited file, which is useful if you want to import the information into Microsoft Access or a similar program. Your fields that you include in your file are predefined. They are primarily financial fields, although you do have some identification. Actually, I'd say it's about half and half. Actually, you have address, but then you have the financial fields. You can, if you choose, remember your field preferences. In my previous, when it came up, the reason address 1 and address 2 weren't clicked is I didn't need them in a previous demo. This time I'm going to pull them because if you're making sales calls, you might as well get that information now as opposed to later. You create your file, and then you can see you have a list of the files that you have ready to download. You can see how many organizations you've downloaded already this month. You can see how many you have remaining and your monthly limit. These files are available to you, your download files are available to you within 30 days after you create them. So I'm going to click on this. Usually I save it, but for these purposes I'm going to just open it. And there you have your Excel, or this in case is a CSV file that I could easily save to Excel just by doing a save as. And you have your predefined fields that you selected. I can sort this on total expenses, which I don't have to because it's already done that way. I did an earlier one that was. So that's basically our quick romp through the tools that GuideStar Premium gives you to make your prospecting for nonprofit clients easier, and fundraising or compensation or whatever. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your joining us again for future demos.